Vipita Santuta Shasva Tatra Tatra Jagaguru Bhavato Darshanam Yasyat Punarnava Darshanam Vipita Santuta Shasva Tatra Tatra Jagaguru Bhavato Darshanam Yasyat Punarnava Darshanam Vipita Santuta Shasva Tatra Tatra Jagaguru Bhavato Darshanam Yasyat Punarnava Darshanam Vipita Santuta Shasva Tatra Tatra Jagaguru Bhavato Darshanam Yasyat Punarnava Darshanam Vipita Santuta Shasva Tatra Tatra Jagaguru Bhavato Darshanam Yasyat Punarnava Darshanam Vipita Santuta Shasva Tatra Tatra Jagaguru Bhavato Darshanam Yasyat Punarnava Darshanam.
Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again, so that we can see you again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. Purport. Generally, the distressed, the needy, the intelligent, and the inquisitive who have performed some pious activities worship or begin to worship the Lord. Others who are thriving on misdeeds only, regardless of status, cannot approach the Supreme due to being misled by the illusory energy. Therefore, for a pious person, if there is some calamity, there is no other alternative than to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Constantly remembering the lotus feet of the Lord means preparing for liberation from birth and death. Therefore, even though there are so-called calamities, they are welcome because they give us an opportunity to remember the Lord, which means liberation. One who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are accepted as the most suitable boat for crossing the ocean of nescience, can achieve liberation as easily as one leaps over the holes made by the hoofs of a calf. Such persons are meant to reside in the abode of the Lord, and they have nothing to do with a place where there is danger in every step. This material world is certified by the Lord in Bhagavad Gita as a dangerous place full of calamities. Less intelligent persons prepare plans to adjust to those calamities without knowing that the nature of this place is itself full of calamities. They have no information of the abode of the Lord, which is full of bliss and without trace of calamity. The duty of the sane person, therefore, is to be undisturbed by worldly calamities, which are sure to happen in all circumstances. Suffering all sorts of unavoidable misfortunes, one should make progress in spiritual realization, because that is the mission of human life. The spirit soul is transcendental to all material calamities. Therefore, the so-called calamities are all called false. A man may see a tiger swallowing him in a dream, and he may cry for this calamity. Actually, there is no tiger and there is no suffering. It is simply a case of dreams. In the same way, all calamities of life are said to be dreams. If someone is lucky enough to get in contact with the Lord by devotional service, it's all gain. Contact with the Lord by any one of the 9 devotional services is always a forward step on the path of going back to Godhead. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते शेषा गोपकान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So, how many of you are daring enough to offer this prayer? Please raise your hands. Huh?
Which?
This prayer? How many of you would like to offer this prayer every day? Manisha ji, you know this verse, na? Huh? So, every day you recite? One hand. Please raise your hands. No? Well, everybody should raise their hands. Suppose if you don't offer this prayer, troubles will not come? Huh? Troubles will come, right? So, Kunti Maharani, she is the first person to offer such a prayer. Vipada santuna tasasva tatra tatra jagadguru bhavato darshanam yasyat apunar bhavadarshanam. First of all, we must understand Krishna certified this material world. Mamupetya punarjanma dukkalayam ashashvatam. Right? Napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhi paramam gata. Right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, Mamupetya punarjanma dukkalayam ashashvatam. Napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhi paramam gata. Ananya cheta satatam yomam smarati nityasaha tasyaham sulabha partha nityayuktasya yoginaha. Then Krishna says, Abrahma bhuvana loka punaravartino arjuna mam upetyuta kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Ananya Cheta Satatam. Right? Yomam smarati nityasaha. Ananya means uh, no other. Ananya, no other. Remembering Krishna all the time, and then not remembering any other thing. That is the meaning, Ananya. Once Bilvamangal Thakur, Lord Ramchandra gave darshan to him. Then he was looking at him. So Lord Ramchandra asked Bilvamangal Thakur, you don't like to offer obeisances? I would like to, but please do one thing. Throw away your Dhanush band and take a flute and then wear a peacock feather and stand in the Tribhanga form. Then I will offer verse. Right? That is, I know that there is no difference between you and Krishna, but still my mind is fixed on the Tribhanga form of Krishna. So please do that. Ramchandra smiled. So that is called Ishtadeva Puja or Ananya Bhakti. Ananya Bhakti. Worship only Krishna. Right? So, it is mentioned that, of course, in our stage, we should, it is not possible for Ananya Bhakti right now. So, Narad Muni advises Dhruv Maharaj, Svechavatara Charite, Achintya Nijamayaya, Karishyasi Uttama Shloka, Dhyanangam, Dhyayed Hridayangamam. So he says, while chanting, in the beginning he said, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. You chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So while chanting this mantra, always remember Sechavatara Charite, Avatara Charitra. Remember various pastimes of various avatars. That is the beginning. So that is the advice given to Dhruv Maharaj by Narad Muni. Sechavatara Charite. In your heart, remember those pastimes. So by remembering those pastimes, one's heart will be purified. That is why first 9 cantos you study very thoroughly, and then different avatar charitra we must study very thoroughly. So it is very important. Then when you come to 10th canto Bhagavatam, then you develop Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Then you will be able to understand Krishna's pastimes. Otherwise, it is very difficult. So, but our goal is Ananya Cheta Satadam. Remembering Krishna all the time. Remembering Krishna all the time. Mamupetya Punarjanma Dukkalayam Ashashvatam. Napnuvanti Mahatmanaha Samsiddhir Paramam Gata. So this material world is certified as Dukkha Alayam. You know, Alayam means reservoir. Dukkha means distress. So reservoir of distress. Dukkhalaya means reservoir of distress. When Parvati Devi cursed Maharaj Chitraketu, Chitraketu replied, all of you know Chitraketu, he was laughing at mother because Lord Shiva was sitting, Parvati Devi was sitting on the lap of Lord Shiva, and then all the sages were sitting. So at that time, our Maharaj Chitraketu, he is a Vidyadharapati, he is a Lord of Vidyadharas. He was going in the aeroplane. Then he saw this drishya. Then he laughed at Lord Shiva. Just look at shamelessness of Lord Shiva. While sitting among the sages, he was actually, even ordinary people also. How many of you, if I come there, you will make your wife sit on your lap. I will also curse him, right? Right? But we don't understand, great personalities. So Lord Shiva only smiled. That Parvati Devi became very angry. She became very angry. And then she cursed him. That you will become a demon. Right? As soon as he heard the curse, he got down from the airplane, offered obeisances to Parvati. Right? Prati pragrinati shapam atmanam anjali ambike. Devair martyayo yat purvam purvadishtam tasya tat. He said, I am offering obeisances to Ambika, O Ambika, Parvati Devi. Then I accept your curse. For living entities who are about to die, Martyas, it is arranged, destiny. Purvadishtam, destiny is already arranged. Sukha and Dukkha is already arranged. Destined, everything is destined by Devas. Purvadishtam tasya tat. Devai martyayo yat purvam. It's already decided by Devas. What happiness you will get, what distress I will get. It's already decided by Devas. So I accept. Prati pragrinatam shapam. I accept. Right? Samsara chakra etasmin. Samsara chakra etasmin. Jantuhu ajnana mohitaha. Jantu ajnana mohitaha. Brahmayan sukha dukkasya. Bhungte sarvatra sarvada. He says, Jantu means all of us. Right? All of us. We are about to die. That's why we are called Jantu. All the living entities, all the human beings are roaming around. Samsara chakra etasmin. Jantu ajnana mohita. Because of ajnana, we are, going in the cycle of, in this samsara. Right? And sometimes the living entities experience happiness, sometimes they experience distress. Right? Distress. Then he gave one very beautiful shloka. Naivatman paraschapi. Naivatman paraschapi. Karta syat sukha dukkayo. kartaham manyate atrajna atmanam parasyacha. He says, nobody, either oneself or others are responsible, for suffering. This is this. Then he says, guna pravaho etasmin ka shapa konu anugraha ko swarga narako konuva ka dukkha ka sukha konu dukkhava. He says, in the flow of these modes of nature, guna pravaha etasmin, what is curse? What is benediction? What is swarga? What is naraka? What is happiness? What is distress? It's all cycle. So Prabhupada writes in the purport of this verse that this material world is compared to mine of salt. Lalita Bhagya, what will happen if you fall in a mine of salt? You will experience only salt, no meeta. Right? Everywhere. Like that, this material world is like a mine of salt. Somebody who falls in mine of salt will experience only saltiness. For somebody who falls in this material world, experience only distress all the time, because this place is called Dukkhalayam. Alayam means reservoir of Dukkha. So, wherever you go, you will get only distress. What is happiness in this material world? Pavarji? What is happiness in this material world?
Nothing.
The gap between two distresses. Mahaprabhu gave this example. Somebody, he was a chore. He was punished. He should be dunked in the water, river. The policemen are putting him in the water. He says, take me out. And then for a few moments, they take him out. Then he get a relief. That is happiness in this world. Right? That is happiness. The gap between two distresses. It is, that is why Shankaracharya, he writes in commentary on, I think, Chandogya Upanishad. He says, what we get now, it is called Jadananda. Right? Jadananda. Then there is a happiness of a human being, Narasukha. Then there is happiness of Vidyadhara Charanas. Then there is happiness of Swargaloka. Then there is happiness of Indra. Then there is happiness of, Maharloka, Tapaloka and all. Then there is happiness of Brahmaloka. And then there is happiness of Brahma. And then above, happiness of liberation. And then above, there is happiness of Vaikuntha. And the highest happiness is Sevananda. So Shankaracharya, he defines what is Manushya Sukha, Manushya happiness, is one has to be an emperor of the whole world. Then he should be completely healthy. His senses should be very strong. He should not have any enemies. Like that, he gave a list. Manushya Sukha, only one person experienced, that is Yudhishthir Maharaj. Only Yudhishthir Maharaj experienced Manushya Sukha. We are all what experiencing is? Our experience is? Jadananda. Mixed happiness mixed with distress. Like in the morning, I was giving an example. How many of you like sweet rice? If I mix with sand, if I mix with sand, so in this world, happiness is like sweet rice mixed with sand. So, you can read this part of Maharaj Chitraketu's conversation with Parvati Devi. Very interesting. Prabhupada's very enlightening. And then Lord Shiva also replied, very beautiful. I will tell later on. So distress is going to be there, whether we pray or not. Right? Whether we pray or not, distress is going to be there. Because this world is full of distress. Alayam, Dukkhalayam. How many of you know this verse? Chaturvida bhajante ma. Boliye. How many of you know this verse? Bolo. Artho, Jijnasur, Artharthi, Jnanicha, Bharatarshabha. Tribir Gunamari Bhave. So there are, all of us, we are influenced by three modes of nature. Right? Then, Daivi Esha Gunamayi, Mama Maya Duratyaya, Mamevaya Prapadyante, Maya Metam Tarantite. Namam Dushkritino Mudha, Prapadyante Naradhama. You know? What is that? What is it? Mayaya Aparuta Jnanam, Rakshasim Asurim Prakritim Shitaha. He says, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, Daivi Esha Gunamayi, Mama Maya Duratyaya, Mamevaya Prapadyante, Maya Metam Tarantite. Namam Dushitano Muda, Prapadyante Naradama, Maya Apruta Jnanam. There are 4 kinds of people. So Krishna is saying that it is very, very difficult to cross over this material world. Maya, Maya, because this is Mama Maya. This is Krishna's Maya. Daivi Gunamayi, Mama Maya, Duratyaya. Duratyaya means impossible to cross. Impossible to cross. But if you surrender to me, you can easily cross. Prabhupada gave this example that suppose you go to somebody's house, there is a dog. The dog will bark, bhav bhav, bhav bhav. But if you are known to the owner of the house, and the owner will tell, hey Tommy, and Tommy, right? Like that. So Prabhupada gave this example. Maya will trouble everybody. But if you surrender to Krishna, Krishna will say, Maya Devi, he is my man, don't trouble. Okay, Maya Devi. Right? Maya Devi is having a Trishul in her hand. Right? What it represents? It represents Tapatraya. Tapatraya. Adi Bhautik Klesha, Adhyatmik Klesha. So, like that. Then he says, 4 kinds of people, they don't surrender to me. Namam Dushyujano Muda. One is foolish person. Prapadyante Naradhama, lowest of the mankind. Then somebody who is knowledge is stolen by Maya. And then somebody who is atheistic and demoniac in nature. 4 kinds of people. Then 4 kinds of people, they don't surrender to me. What are they? Who are they? So 4 kinds of people surrender to me. One is Artharthi, Jijnasur, Jnani. Right? Artha is elephant, Gajendra. Even Draupadi also, Artha. Artharthi, Dhruv Maharaj. Jijnasur, Shaunakadi Rishis. And Jnani, Kumaras. So, Namam Drishyudano Mudha Prapadyante Naradama Chaturvida Bhajante Mam Jana Sukrito no Arjuna. You know? So, see the difference. Those who are dushkruti, those who have done sinful activities, they don't surrender to me. Prabhupada was, while speaking with Dr. Patel, we have only one parameter. Somebody, we test whether somebody has surrendered to Krishna or not. If somebody has surrendered to Krishna, he is okay. If somebody has not surrendered to Krishna, whoever it is a rascal. That is the test. Prabhupada said. For us, it is very simple. You check whether somebody is surrendered or not. Somebody is not surrendered, he is a rascal. That's it. Whoever it is, scientist, philosopher, yogi, whatever. Because they have done impious activities in their last lives and in this life, when the troubles come, they don't go to Krishna. What do they do? When the troubles come, what do they do? Huh? Once Devdas, once one boy and one girl, they were going, then they saw one guy drunk and like that. Then she said, "You know who is he?" I said, "What? Who?" I said, "My ex-boyfriend. I broke up with him." Oh, he's still celebrating. Like that. So they hit bottle, they hit the bottle, or they take drugs, or some people they commit suicide. Right? They commit suicide because they don't go to Krishna. But 4 kinds of people, they come to me because they are sukritina. Sukritina. Right? Sukritina. So who are they? Those who are in distress, those who are in need of money, those who are inquisitive, those who are in knowledge. But out of all of them, Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta. Out of all of them, this Jnani is very dear to me. Jnani is very dear to me, Krishna is saying. But all of Udara Sarvayevete. Jnani ve astita yata. So, they are all Udara. They are all Udara. Krishna likes people. We should not condemn. If somebody goes to Krishna and asks something, we should not condemn such people. That even though that is not the highest level of devotional service, if somebody goes to Krishna and asks something, we should not condemn those people because Krishna says, I like them. I like them. Udara. Udara sarva evaite. They are all great personalities. They are all great personalities. Krishna likes them. Krishna likes his devotees. Right? Krishna, it doesn't matter whether you are Sakama Bhakta, Akama Bhakta, Krishna likes everybody, all his devotees. Many times I told this. Once Krishna was visiting, he became Shanti Duta. And so Duryodhana said, please come and stay in my house. Krishna said, no, I will stay with Vidura only. I will take lunch there only. Then Narad Muni also was there with Krishna. He said, Vidura invited Krishna for lunch. Please go, I need to do my bhakti, my puja. I need to do my puja. Narad Muni, he said, Narad Muni, please go out. So, Narad Muni asked, my dear Krishna, we are all your devotees. Whom do you do puja? Whom do you worship? It's none of your business. Go out. Go out. Then Narad Muni said, see, Vidura is your host. You cannot tell him to get out. Right? So Narad Muni told Vidura, check out, whom he is worshipping. Then Krishna, from his jolly bag, he took out a small, very beautiful box. He opened the box, and then he took some dust and put it on his head. Vidura was surprised. Whom you are worshipping? Oh, they are the dust of my lotus feet of my pure devotees. So Krishna worships his devotees. Like that. So, Akama Sarvakama Moksha Kama Udaridi Tivrena Bhakti Yogena, Yajeta Purusham Param. So those who have worshipped in their last life, demigods, even if it is demigods, then those who have done punya karma, those who have given charity, those who have, done vratas, Ekadasi vrata, this vrata, that vrata, so many vratas are there. those who have helped others when they are in distress. When somebody performed Sukruti like this, Sukruti like this, they actually, when they are in distress, when they are in need of money, when they are inquisitive, when they are in knowledge, they go to Krishna. They go to Krishna. Only problem with these two people, Artha and Artharthi, is that once they achieve their results, they may give up Krishna. But Jijnasur and Jnani, they don't give up. One Acharya says that in Vedic culture, the person, in general, the person who is giving charity is considered superior. Somebody who is taking charity is considered inferior. But in Vedic culture, the person who is taking charity is considered superior. That is why when we go to some devotee's house or some Marwadis and all, they serve food. After that, they give dakshina, and they worship that person. Right? If you want to be a charitable person, there should be a person who is taking charity. Krishna has set up this example that somebody who is asking from me, he is a great person. Right? अरे कुछ तो मेरे पास आया है, he is asking something from me, I am very obliged. So Krishna becomes very obliged if somebody goes and asks from him, instead of asking demigods, instead of asking some, cheating babas and all that. It is like that. So that's why Prabhupada writes in the purport, those people who are Sukriti, they only ask for Krishna, remember Krishna when they are in distress. Parikshit Maharaj, he asked Sukadeva Goswami, can you clarify the contradiction, the contrast between Lord Shiva's devotees and Lord Krishna's devotees? Number one, Lord Shiva, he lives in Samshan Ghat. He wears all snakes around his neck and all that stuff. He doesn't have a house of his own. But his devotees, they live in palaces. They live in opulent. Whereas Lord Krishna lives in palaces, but his devotees, they live in poor huts. Right? What is the example? Kolavich Sridhara. Right? Kolavich Sridhara, we're living in a poor hut. Why there is a contrast? Can you explain? Sukadeva Goswami, he replied, Lord Shiva is master of 3 modes of nature. Master of 3 modes of nature. Because he is master of false ego. That's why Shivaratri is coming. whenever we go to Lord Shiva's temple, we should ask, my dear Lord Shiva, please make me free from false ego, ahankar. He is the master of ahankar. And this ahankar transforms into different elements. Five Pancha Mahabhutas, right? And then 5 Jnanendriyas, and 5 Karmendriyas, and then 1 subtle body, mind, intelligence, and false ego. 16 elements. No, this false ego is transformed into 16 elements. So, somebody who worships Lord Shiva, they get all these enjoyments, in connection with these 16 elements. Because he is master of, there is a small touch of modes of nature with Lord Shiva. Like that. So those who worship Lord Shiva, they get results, benefits, benedictions, limited to these 16 elements. Transformations of false ego, 16 transformations. Whereas Lord Krishna is beyond modes of nature, Vishuddha Sattva. Those who worship Krishna, they get benedictions which is beyond 3 modes of nature. So then Sukadeva Goswami, he gave an example, like your grandfather Yudhishthira Maharaj also, one day he approached Lord Krishna. He said, my dear Krishna, we are your devotees, we worshipped you all the time, we served you, we have thought about you, but you gave us so much trouble. Anybody who studies about us, they will hesitate to worship you. Right? Hesitate to worship you. You gave us so much trouble, beyond, comprehension. Itna trouble. Vishan Mahagne, Purushada Darshanat, Asasabhayam, Vanavasa Krutsutaha, Mrude Neka Maharatastrato, Dronastra Chasma, Harivirakshitaha. So, why?
Fully charged battery, fully charged. Unplug charger.
बोलिए श्री भगवान उवाच यस्याहम् अनुगृह्णामि हरिष्ये तद्धनं शनैः ततो धनं त्यजत्यस्य स्वजना दुःखदुःखिताम् यस्याहम् अनुगृह्णामि हरिष्ये तद्धनं शनैः ततो धनं त्यजन्ति अस्य स्वजना दुःखदुःखिताम्. The personality of Godhead said, if I especially favor someone, I gradually deprive him of his wealth. Then the relatives and friends of such a poverty-stricken man abandon him. In this way, he suffers one distress after another. What is that? First sentence. What is the first sentence? Huh? What is the first sentence? Huh? if I especially favor someone. So that's why I always say, when Krishna likes you, he will give you opulent house, gadi, beautiful wife, everything. When Krishna loves you, he will take away everything. He will make you pauper. Please raise your hands. How many of you want that Krishna should love you? Pakka? Huh? Pawarji says, huh? He doesn't want Krishna love you. He's afraid he will take away Shubhangi. Are you sure? Manisha ji, are you sure? Huh? Huh? I say raise hands. Huh? Pakka? 100%? Huh? Very good. Krishna is saying here, when I am especially favored to someone, I take away everything from him. When he lost money, then his friends and relatives and wife and children, they abandon him. So at that time, he will not have any other shelter except me. Then they will come to me, then I will give myself. I'll give myself to such a person. So, Pawarji, you don't have to bother. Krishna may take away everything from us, but he will give himself to us. Then, when Krishna is there with us, we have everything, all opulence, everything is there. Right? So, but the condition is, Krishna should think that I should especially favor this person. It doesn't happen to everybody. So usually when for a devotee, happiness and distress when it comes. So even for a sadhaka, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the purport, when somebody comes and tells Krishna, right? From today onwards, my dear Krishna, I am yours. What?
From today onwards, I am yours.
My dear Krishna, from today onwards, I am yours. When you declare like that, Krishna takes away all karmas. So, for a person who has surrendered to Krishna, for him, happiness and distress that come are arranged by Krishna, not because of karma. Not because of karma. Happiness and distress is arranged by Krishna. He tells, I give distress to my devotees, so much distress, because when gold is burnt in high temperature fire, it becomes kundan. In the same way, when my devotees are put into distress, they think of me intensely. That intense remembrance of me makes them shine. They make them pure devotees. Intense, I always say, right? We should think of Krishna intensely, deep thinking, smarana. That smarana will come when we are So is it not possible, then Yudhishthira asked, is it not possible to make somebody into a devotee without giving distress? Krishna said no. It's not possible. Are you not capable? Krishna said no, I am not capable. I have to give distress. Just like I gave so much distress to Prahlad Maharaj, I gave so much distress to Dhruv Maharaj. But after that, I gave them so much opulence. Then Vishwanath Chakravarti debates that when a person in this world suffers or enjoys in this world, after that, karma bija is left out. Vasana. Like on my birthday lecture, I have explained. What is that? Huh? Two things I have explained. What are they? Huh? Vasana and बोलो भूल गया रुचि वासना and ruchi. I gave an example. I was very fond of movies, watching movies. Now I don't watch at all. And then if somebody makes me put me in front of TV or a theater, still I will not watch. I have developed distaste for watching movies. But because of watching so many movies in my previous times, I have left with ruchi, vasana. That is why sometimes we discuss. Even though all of you also must not be watching movies, right? I'm sure. You must not be. But you must be remembering, that Sholay, that movie, that Amitabh Bachchan, that scene. We remember, we have taste left, vasana, taste left, ruchi and vasana left. Right? So whenever we experience happiness in distress, aftermath, there is karma bija is left out. Because of that, that vasana and ruchi are there. And then because of that vasana and ruchi, again we may watch movie or we may fall down again because of that vasana and ruchi. Right? So, but Krishna says, Vishwanath Chakravarti says in this purport of this verse, saying that when a devotee enjoys or suffers, it is arranged by Krishna. Because of that, there is no vasana and ruchi left. No karma bija left. No vasana. That is why, for a karmi, when he enjoys and suffers, there is a further future effect is there. For a devotee, there is no future effect. There will be no effect. Only because it is arranged by Krishna for a particular purpose, there is no further, enjoyment or suffering because of these activities like that. So in this context, we should remember this verse. Prabhupada says, when we are in distress, we should remember Krishna. Right? Many times, Hiranyakashipu, he was so cruel. Tatra ugradanda samvigna sarve loka sapalakai alabdha anya sharanam yuyam achyutam. So Hiranyakashipu, he was very severe in his punishment because he was remembering how these devatas kidnapped his wife when she was pregnant. He was very angry and then he was punishing them very severely. Unnecessarily, he would go and slap them. And he is like Vajra, his sharir is like Vajra. अरे मैंने क्या किया? बस मेरे को मारने का था, बस मेरे को बहुत ही तकलीफ दे रहा था. Actually, they were regretting, why we are having long life. The Devatas, Because tatra ugradanda samvigna. Ugradanda means very severe punishment he is giving. Severe ugradanda. Then they have understood that alabda anya sharanam, because they have not gotten any other shelter. Because he became so powerful, except Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwar, everybody became under his control. He was so powerful, so they didn't find any other shelter. That's why Sharanam Yuyam Achyutam. They went to Achyuta. Then he says, Tasmai Namostu Kastayai Yatra Atma Haririshwaraha Yadgatvan Nivartante Shanta Sanyasinamalaha Itite Samyamatmanaha Samahita Dhyam Amalai Upatastur Hrishikesha Vinidra Vayubhakshana. Then they were saying, we are offering in the direction where the Lord is situated. Where the Lord is situated. You know why they are saying? Prabhupada writes in the purport, very beautiful purport. Today morning also I was mentioning that they are offering, they were sitting towards Vrindavan, Mathura, and offering prayers, because everywhere all the three worlds are occupied by Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu, they are seeing Hiranyakashipu everywhere. That is why they were actually confident that the direction where Mathura and Vrindavan are situated, that cannot be occupied by Hiranyakashipu. That is why they are very, very sure. That is why they are offering Tasmai Namastu Kastaye Yatratma Haririshwaraha. They are offering in the direction where the Lord is situated, Mathura and Vrindavan is situated. We are offering our respectful obeisances. Tasye Namastu Kastaye. Tasye Namastu Kastaye Yatratma Haririshwaraha. Hari means one who takes away the troubles, sins. Hari. Ishvara means supreme controller. Yatra Atma Haririshwaraha Yadgatvan Nivartante. That Dhama where one goes, they will never come back. Then Prabhupada writes in the purport, in the material world, even during Kalpa Pralayanta, when annihilation, these Dhamas, Vrindavan, Mayapur, Srirangam, Kanchipuram, all these places, they don't get destroyed. They don't get destroyed. So they are very, very assured. That is why. And then when this Shanta Sanyasina Amala, when these sannyasis who became free from all contamination, when they go to this place, they never come back again. And then Upatastur Rishikesha. They are concentrating their minds on Rishikesha very severely, very intensely, and they have given up sleep, and they were doing only Vayu Bhakshana. Right? Vayu Bhakshana. Vayu Bhakshana means they are eating only air. But Prabhupada writes, it is very, very difficult even for demigods to get darshan of the Lord. They didn't get the darshan of the Lord, then they heard the voice of the Lord, like rumbling of clouds, very gambira, very thundering voice. Ma Bhaistha Vibudha Srestha. Vibudha Srestha. Oh, intelligent demigods. Why is calling intelligent demigods? Lalita Bhagya? Why Lord address them? Ma Bhaistha Vibudha Srestha. Don't worry, don't be fearful, my dear intelligent demigods. Srestha means great, best. Why did he address like them? Because they have decided to shake shelter of Krishna, not any some demigod, some Sai Baba, They have decided. That is why Krishna told them, Sarvesham Bhadramastuvaha. Let there be auspiciousness to all of you. Sarvesham. Then he gave a very beautiful sentence. Mama darshanam hi bhutanam. Prabhupada translated. Keep chanting and do Shravanam and Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam. Keep chanting and hearing about my holy name and my katha, Shravanam Kirtanam. Keep doing this. Sarvashreyo hi tishtati. All shreyas will come upon you, don't worry. Jnatum etam dhauratmyam. Daityasya asasatyacha. I know what this rascal demon is perpetuating atrocities on you. Tasya shantim karishyami. I will find the solution. Tasya shantim karishyami. Yavat kala pratikshita. Till that time, you wait. While waiting, what they should be doing? They should be doing Shravanam Kirtanam. That is what Kunti Maharani is saying. When we are in distress, we are always thinking about you. Thinking about you means Apunar Bhavadarshanam. Birth, death, old age and disease, they run away very far. So always remember, when the troubles come, they have a duration. They have a duration. Whatever you may do, they will stay. For some time they will stay. They are our guests. Uninvited guest, unwanted guest and uninvited guest. वो तो जाते नहीं. They don't go so easily. So what you have to do? When there is an uninvited guest and unwanted guest, what you should do? You must tolerate. You must tolerate. So while tolerating, what you should do? Keep chanting, hearing, chanting and hearing all the time, and remembering Shravanam, Kirtanam and Smaranam. So Prabhupada says, if you remember Krishna when you are in trouble, the troubles may not go away, but Krishna will give you strength to tolerate. Then you don't care. They are there. They are there. Troubles are there. What to do? Then, but you will keep on going with your chanting and hearing and remembering. So, troubles will not go away, but we will get the strength to tolerate. In between, I have herpes, herpes, around maybe 5-6 years back. We all went to South India Yatra. It was so painful. I went to doctor, so I used to cover it and then every day do Aarti. It used to burn like anything, very painful. So doctor was surprised. You have so much tolerance of pain. How you are doing Aarti? Like that. I said, "Kya karega?" Instead of anyway, I don't getting sleep. Better do Aarti, and then simply rolling in the bed. So It went away sooner than expected, you know. She was surprised. So, many people, what they do when the troubles come, they give up devotional service. Then when we ask, hey, why are not coming? Prabhuji, ऐसा problem हो गया. Problem खत्म होने के बाद मैं आता हूँ. अरे बुद्धू, when the troubles come, that time only you should go. You should come so that they will go away very fast. Like that. Then Prabhupada quoted one verse. You know, Tvayambujaksha Akilisatvadhamni Samadhi Naveshit Chetaseke Tvatpada Potena Mahatkrutena Kuruvanti Go Vasapadam Bhavabdim Samashite Padapallavaplavam Mahatpadam Punyesho Murari. Troubles are there. Padam padam yadvipadam na tesham. At every step there is a danger in this material world. And this world is compared to ocean of material existence. When you remember Krishna, this ocean of material existence becomes like a water in the calf's hoof print. So there are two verses. One verse is spoken by Brahmaji, not Brahmaji, Sukadeva Goswami. And this verse, Tvayambujaksha Akilisatvadhamne Samadhi Naveshika Chetaseke Tvatpada Potena Mahatkrutena Kuruvanti Go Vasavadam Bhavabdim. Tvayambujaksha, Ambujaksha means O lotus-eyed Lord. This is offered by demigod's prayer, 10th canto, 2nd chapter. Tvayambujaksha Akilisatvadhamne. Akilisatvadhamne means you are the source of all existence. You are the creator, maintainer and destroyer of this material world. Akilisatvadhamne. Samadhi Naveshita Chetasaike. You know, when somebody is absorbed in thinking about your lotus feet, Tvayambujaksha Akilisatvadhamne Samadhi Naveshita Tvatpada Potena Mahatkrutena. Bhavamudi Vatsapadam Bhavad. He says, this material world, which is like an ocean, Vatsapadam. Vatsapadam means calf's hoof print. You know, when there is rainy season, when there is a rain, where water is collected in the calf's hoof print, how difficult it is to cross over? Very easy. In the same way, a devotee of Krishna who is always thinking of your lotus feet all the time. Tvayambujaksha Akilisatvadhamne Samadhi Naveshita Tvatpada Potena Mahatkrutena Kuruvanti Go Vasapadim Bhavabdim. Kuruvanti, you know, immediately it becomes a water in the calf's hoof print where a devotee can easily cross. Swayam Samuttire Sudusturam Juman Bhavarnavam Bhimam Adabra Sahurda Bhavat Padamborha Namatrate Nidaya Yata Bhavadanagraho Bhavan Mahadanagraho Bhavan. He said, my dear Lord, a pure devotees of yours, when they cross the ocean, they leave the boat here so that others can board. Bolo, Swapna ji, how it is possible? You cross the ocean, you cross the river. How the boat is left so that other people can cross in the boat? They leave the boat behind so that other people can cross. But if they have taken the boat to other side, how it is possible? Huh? क्या है? बोलिए सपना जी. Think, puzzle. Who will solve? Sejal Agarwal. She will solve the puzzle. How it is possible? Yeah? They have not taken the boat. The boat is here only. समझ में आया? Because when the pure devotees, when they were thinking about Krishna, because of that process of thinking of Krishna, that water, ocean became a calf's, water in the calf's hoof print. They just crossed over. So boat is here only, na? They didn't take the boat only. In the same way, Prabhupada writes in the purport, pure devotees of the Lord, they leave the Krishna consciousness movement behind. Anybody who boards this boat of Hare Krishna movement, they can easily cross over. But what is the condition? Huh? What is the condition? Think of Krishna's lotus feet all the time. Does anybody remember Krishna's lotus feet? In the course of your day? Huh? Does anybody remember? I only speak. That's it. Morning you offer. After that, anytime you remember? Huh? You remember? You remember? Pairavi Mataji, she said, I remember. She sent a message. Very good. All glories to her.
Very well.
Yash Shraddhaya Shrutaya cha Bhaktya Samrujyamane Hridayavadhaye Jnanena Vairagya Balena Dhiram Vrajema Yatte Yat Pada Saroja Pitam. This is a verse from 3rd canto, 5th chapter. Yash Shraddhaya Shrutaya cha Bhaktya Samrujyamane Hridayavadhaye. Prabhupada writes that in the miracles of, Prabhupada writes, the miracles of remembering Krishna's lotus feet or hearing about the lotus feet of Krishna, cannot start to explain the glories of remembering Krishna's lotus feet. Right? Jnanena Vairagya Balena Dhira. You will get jnana and vairagya very easily if you remember Krishna's lotus feet. Saroja Pitam, shelter. Yashaucha Nishruta Sharat Pravarodakena Tirtani Murdhani Adhikruta Shivo Abhut Dhatur Manaha Samala Saila Nisrushta Vajram Dhyaye Chirad Bhagavato Charanaravindam. This is a verse from 3rd canto, 28th chapter. Yashaucha Nishruta Shrad Pravarodakena. The lotus feet of Krishna, they are so great. From his lotus feet, Ganga is emanating. And Ganga is purifying all the three worlds. Sharat Pravarodakena. Tirtani Murdani Adikruta Shivo Shubhat. Means Lord Shiva is already pure. But when he keeps Ganga water on his head, he becomes more pure. Already is pure. But when he keeps Ganga water, thinking that this water is come from lotus feet of Krishna, he becomes more pure, more Shubha. Shiva means auspicious. Shiva Adbhut. He becomes more auspicious by keeping Ganga on his head. Dhatur Manaha Samala Saila Nishrishta Vajram. Our sinful reactions are compared to a mountain. What is the enemy of the mountain?
Water.
Mountain ka enemy?
Reverse.
Huh? Vajra. Vajra. Meditation of lotus feet of Krishna is compared to Vajra. Thunderbolt. Our sinful reactions are compared to mountain. Mountain's enemy is lotus feet, Vajra. In the same way, when we meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna, it acts like thunderbolt to destroy the mountain of sinful reactions. So what happens is, we have loads and loads of sinful reactions like a mountain. When the troubles come as a reaction to sinful reactions, when we remember Krishna's lotus feet intensely, that intense remembrance of Krishna's lotus feet acts like thunderbolt and destroys all the upcoming troubles. Because all the, it will drive away the distress of present times, but it will prevent upcoming distresses also, because it destroys all sinful reactions. समझ में आ रहे? समझ में आ रहे? That is why we should always remember Krishna's lotus feet. Anyway, so that is the purpose and meaning of this verse. So Kunti Maharani is saying, Vipada Santuna Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yasyat Apunar Bhava Darshanam. Right? Give those troubles again and again. When the troubles are there, we were remembering you all the time. We are remembering you all the time. Remembrance of your lotus feet means the birth, death, old age and disease, they run away. Bhavadarshanam. Apunar Bhavadarshanam. That means the darshan of Apunar Bhavadarshanam will not be there. Stopped. Right? My request to you is, remember Krishna at least while chanting. चैंटिंग के लिए बैठा, सारे दुनिया के बारे में सोचने का, ये करेगा, वो करेगा, ये हुआ, वो हुआ, तो सास ने उस दिन बोला, ऐसा बोला, हस्बैंड ने ऐसा बोला, पत्नी ने बोला, तो चैंटिंग के टाइम पे सब छोड़ देने का. While chanting, at least remember Krishna's lotus feet. Remember Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's, qualities. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. Like that. So keep on chanting and remembering Krishna's lotus feet, then troubles may be there, troubles may not be there. He doesn't bother. You know, क्या करेगा? You know, karmis, you know, when they get into trouble, they become angry with those people who, you know, apparently caused that trouble, and then sometimes they kill that person, and then they get into more trouble. Is it not? further suffering. But if you keep remembering Krishna, at least we will understand that that person is not the cause of my trouble. Remember this, huh? When you think that somebody has caused me trouble, when you react, you created another karma. One karma means 100 lifetimes. 100 lifetimes. And then you go and kill that person. And then that person will kill you in the next life. Then you will kill him in the next life. Then he will kill you in the next life. Like that, killing goes on. You know? But if you remember Krishna, then understand that he is not the cause of trouble. Then you won't react. ठीक है? I am, no? He is not the, you know, you should always remember this. Somebody might have apparently caused a problem to you, but he is not the cause. What is the cause of your trouble? Huh?
Your own karma.
You yourself. Your own karma. You must. So that nobody, very difficult, you know, revengeful attitude, very difficult to give up. You know, anger, very difficult to give up. Oh, that person caused me. Right? But very difficult. But if you chant Krishna's name and if you remember Krishna's lotus feet, you will get that vijnana that no, this person is not the cause of my trouble. No, I myself is the cause of my trouble. Let me correct myself. And then you let go that, you know, then you don't react, then that karma cycle stops. That karma cycle, we have to stop that karma cycle. Then it will be all right. So this is the mota-moti thoughts about this lecture, about this verse. Any questions, comments? Huh? What is that?
South India, the revelation is the Tirukoshti. So the demigods are the Koshti there, that is why we call Tirukoshti for Hiranyaksha.
Demigods are a?
Koshti.
Goshi. Then?
That is why it is called Tirukoshti for Hiranyaksha. When did that happen?
I don't know. Anybody has any doubts?
Prabhuji, how do you remember Krishna's lotus feet practically in your daily life? Like, remember karna matlab, we see his lotus feet and then just remember. But it is not कि पूरा time कर सके. It's not.
पूरा टाइम तो कम से कम थोड़ा टाइम करो. Any other comments? Lalit Bhagya, shocking. How come you are here today? Any thoughts?
Is it about remembering Krishna's lotus feet or just remembering Krishna? Is it specifically about remembering his lotus feet or just remembering Krishna?
Both.
Both are right.
First we remember Krishna's lotus feet. That is the humbleness. We are, a devotee is very humble. That is why he remembers start remembering with lotus feet.
So
I want to share my dream. Once I got a dream. When Yasho Chanishruta Sharad Pravarodakena, I liked this verse. And then I memorized this verse, and then I was quoting regularly in my classes and all. I was explaining. I was thinking about this verse. One day early in the morning, Radha Raspberry appeared in my dream. That time, I myself used to click pictures of lotus. First, I used to click the lotus feet of Krishna, and then share pictures on my group, on the RD group. So one of the photographs, lotus feet of DT, Radha Raspberry DT, he showed me. They said, meditate on this lotus feet. Like that, he ordered me. So ever since, I have realized that day that there is no difference between the deity and Krishna. Then later on, in the later verses, Prabhupada wrote that a yogi meditates, imagines Krishna's form. But a devotee doesn't have to imagine, he has to simply think of deity form. I said, every day when I go up after doing Aarti, 1 or 2 rounds, I just meditate on Krishna's lotus feet and chant. Like that. So I'm just sharing this dream so that thinking of lotus feet of Krishna means thinking of lotus feet of Radha Raspberry. So the pictures are sent to you on Darshan group. Look at that picture, and then when you are not able to look at that picture, close your eyes and remember. When you are in distress or something, instead of thinking about that distress, remember lotus feet of Krishna. I do that. Yeah. I can't.
Shiva's devotees and Krishna devotees. You were telling about the difference between Krishna's devotee and Shiva's devotee.
Shiva's devotee Shiva devotee is Smashan Ghat, their devotee in palace, but Krishna's devotee, Krishna lives in palace, devotees live in poor hut.
Because Lord Shiva is connected to material nature. That's why where all his devotees, they get whatever material connection with material world only, within 3 modes of nature. Because Krishna is beyond 3 modes of nature. His devotees, they get benedictions beyond 3 modes of nature. Okay, where is the prasad? That side?
Yeah.
Okay then, thank you. Hare Krishna. So we have a Ramnavami crisis is there because silver price has gone up to almost 3 lakhs. Now of course it is reduced. So when it was 3 lakhs, we already purchased the silver. So the silver kalash that we give, it is costing us around 45,000 rupees, 125 grams silver kalash. So we didn't know what to do. If you give silver kalash, the donation is 41,000. Your silver kalash is 45,000 plus prasada, plus arrangements, parking, all that stuff. That is why we had to increase to 71,000. So there are 2 prices this time. 71,000 with kalash. If you want silver kalash, 71,000. If you don't want kalash, just with 41,000 we give a gift. We are thinking of giving a very nice gift because we cannot afford to give kalash. So that is 41,000 without kalash, 71,000 with kalash. So Ramnavami, just remember, we are those who want to sponsor silver kalash, 71,000 with kalash. Okay? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, let's thank Prabhuji by saying 3 times Hare Krishna Mama.